care of IELTS operations and business development for entire South India. I sit in Hyderabad, but I take care of all the 5 states down south. I have Aju Baby with me as well. Aju takes care of entire Kerala region, and he sits in Kochi office and is available all the time for you if you have any queries, so you can contact him anytime. Of course, I'm there. If he's busy, you can also reach out to me. Okay, I was talking to Mujib just a while ago, and I'm quite impressed to know that people are pouring in from other districts as well. So that's very impressive. I thought it was only from Calicut, but he was telling me that we have people coming in from other districts. So that shows the interest levels that you guys have to learn. What is IELTS, and you're aiming for your higher education. So that's the first step, and I'm very happy to see the keenness in you guys. So let's have an overview about what is IDP, what is IELTS. Please feel free to stop me in case if you have a question, you can raise your hand, and we'll be happy to answer your questions as well. Aju will help me with running the PPT. Okay. I don't think we need an introduction, but I'll still run through, in case if anyone is not aware. Before we go to the first paragraph, we will talk about what is IELTS. I'm sure everybody sitting here knows what is IELTS, because the reason why you are here, I know that you're aiming for your higher education, or you're aiming for a job abroad, so you want to go abroad to a native English-speaking country wherein English is the native language, and IELTS is a prerequisite, right? So IELTS, as we all know, is International English Language Testing System, which is the world's most popular high-stakes English language test, accepted by more than 9,000 plus organizations worldwide, which has got the highest acceptance when it comes to an English language test. So this is something, I'm not sure everybody knows this. IELTS is co-owned by British Council, IDP, and Cambridge English. How many of you knew it? So all 3 of us are equal stakeholders of the test. We have designed the test, and we are equal owners of the test. Okay, so let's say if you have to make a small change to the test, talking about one particular module, let's say speaking, if you have to make a minor change or tweak the test, I can't do it alone. IDP cannot do it alone, or BC cannot do it alone. All 3, IDP, BC, Cambridge, all 3 have to sit together, discuss, come to an agreement, come to a consensus, then we can make a change. So it's not, the sole property of one entity. It is co-owned by all 3 of us. Now let's talk about IDP Australia. IDP Australia, IELTS Australia, the private limited is a subsidiary of IDP Education. IELTS Australia is a global company managing English language test centers in 50 countries and supporting more than 9,000 universities, as I said. Why is this test designed? This test is designed to assess the language ability. Okay, why are we taking the IELTS test? Can anyone answer this to me or for me? Why are we taking this test?
No English ability. Mingle with an English country.
Absolutely, you got it right. Most of them, answer me saying that the university asked for it. But that is not the intention. The intention of taking this, why is the university asking for this? Because you're getting into a native English-speaking country, wherein you'll have to interact with English-speaking people every day. You're going to sit and listen to their lectures. You're going to comprehend their lectures. You're going to make projects. So everything is done in English. So if you don't understand the language well, you will not be able to perform there. So the main intention is to gauge your levels when it comes to the language. If you're not up to the mark, get a formal training kind of thing, work on it, and get up to the level before you get into the university or get out, into another country. So that's the main intention. So this is a language, this is a test designed to assess the language ability of people who want to study, work, in other countries where English is a common language of communication. And as you know, it is widely accepted in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, and increasingly in the US. Okay, almost all of the 4-year colleges and universities in the US attract more than 1,000 candidates per year actually accept IELTS. So the acceptance is quite wide, as you know. So what are the 4 modules? What is this test all about? I'm sure you know this. What are the 4 modules in the test? Okay, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, as you know, alright? So this is all something that you already know. We'll move on. Okay, now why IDP? Can anyone answer that for me? I know you'll put that question back to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me explain the advantages of taking the test with IDP. IDP is a leader in IELTS testing with more than 50% market share. Just for your information, I'm sharing the statistics with you. Last year we've taken 54% of the market share when compared to British Council. British Council has taken 46 and we have taken 54 all over India. Okay. Comprehensive online candidate services. We're talking about, when you register for a test, you get to know all your details. You get to know when is your speaking schedule is uploaded on the site. You'll be able to log into your candidate login section and check, when is your speaking schedule. Even after the test, your results are also uploaded on your candidate login section. So you'll be able to check your results even before you receive your scorecard. Okay, that is what we mean when we say online candidate services. Free SMS alerts and emails. From the moment you get registered, you start getting your emails and your SMSs that you're registered for the test. When your speaking schedule is released, you get an SMS that your speaking is scheduled for so and so, at so and so venue. Similarly, when the result is released, you get an SMS. So we keep you updated with SMSs and emails. Individual headphones for listening test. Well, this is a common point. You get your individual headset, so there is no disturbance when you're taking a listening test. Comfortable test venues. It is our endeavor to ensure that you get the most comfortable experience, especially at the test venues. When you go to the test center, we want to ensure that there is no hindrance, there is no impediment in your way to take the test, and there is no disturbance in no way, basically. So that's our endeavor. It always will be our endeavor. Best customer service in the industry. This is something that I can boast on. Okay, that is a differentiator when it comes to IDP and BC. We ensure that we are customer friendly. We ensure that we are there for the customer, for the candidate all the time. We have a dedicated toll-free number for our head office or at our head office. Apart from that, we also have our local offices where you can reach out to our local office and they'll be glad to help you. And we have a very transparent organization. So you reach out to us, we are there to help you. Right? Okay, this is something which we have developed recently, interactive voice response system. This is an idea wherein you call, you give your passport details and your date of birth, and you'll be able to get your speaking schedule. Right? This is another mode of basically, letting you know about your speaking schedule. Next. Okay, IDP offers test locations in 39 cities across India. So we test in 39 locations. So you can take a test in anywhere in one of these 39 locations or 39 cities. We'll briefly talk about, again, I'm not a language expert. I'm sure your faculty is a language expert who's sitting here. I am only a process expert. I will give you a little overview about the entire test and he will take you through the profound depth of it. Okay, the two modules, this is something that everybody knows, academic and general training, and these are the individual modules within each module like academic and general. Do you know the difference between the two tests? Does anyone know the difference between academic and general? Okay, I know this may not be necessary for you as long as you know which module to take, but the difference is listening and speaking remains the same for both of them. Reading and writing are a little different. The question paper is a little different for reading and writing. So these are based on, these are actually set up based on taking into consideration that this is a general training crowd who are experienced to working professional or working environment, and the questions are so designed. Similarly for academic, we know that these candidates are fresh out of college, they're aiming for higher education, so the question paper is designed accordingly. So the total test time is 2 hours 44 minutes, which includes a 10 minutes, plus 10 minutes transfer time. You get a transfer time of 10 minutes only for the listening test to transfer your answers from a question paper to an answer sheet using the OMR. You guys know this? Sure? Does everybody know this? Okay. You would not have any breaks in between the tests. Okay. If you are taking a break, especially for listening, you will not be allowed to go out. After listening, during reading and writing, if you want to go for a bio break or an HS call, you can go, but that's at risking your own time. There will not be any separate time given for that. All right. Now let's talk about speaking. Speaking is a one-to-one test which is done in a private room. as you guys know. You'll have three parts in this. Okay, first one is questions about you. They might ask you, to talk about yourself. Okay. The second part is talking about a topic for up to 2 minutes. You will be given a prompt card, right? And you'll be given a topic. You'll be given time to prepare on that, probably a minute or two. 2 minutes. You have to speak about that. Then comes part 3, which is general discussion linked to part 2. So whatever prompt is given on part 2, you will have to have a general discussion between you and the examiner. So it will be an interactive session. So you'll be gauged on how you speak about that. Okay, this is a criteria, the speaking criteria, what they are actually looking for and how are you being scored. What they're looking at is fluency and coherence. Okay, what is fluency? It's a flow of words, yeah, flow of language, the way you speak it. So that's fluency. And coherence is, if I'm not wrong, it's the relevance, right? Relevance to the subject. And then comes lexical resource. Lexical resource is nothing but the variety of vocabulary you have, the variety of sentences you have. So that's what is lexical resource. Grammatical range and accuracy. How good are you when it comes to your grammar, your sentence structure, your sentence formation? So that's what is gauged. And then pronunciation. Pronunciation is also very important. I know they would not mark you down for accent, but then your pronunciation has to be, nearly perfect. Okay. Criteria 1, we're talking about fluency and coherence. This is the ability to talk with normal levels of continuity, rate and effort. That is fluency. And how fully the topics are developed. To what extent they sequence ideas logically and clearly mark the stages in a narration or a discussion. And that is coherence. That is what I said, relevance. The way they use connecting words and signaling words to make the relationship between the ideas clear. You want me to explain this? Is it clear? Right? It's self-explanatory actually. Okay, if we talk about the second criteria, which is lexical resource, that's what I said, the candidate's range of vocabulary. The more words you know, the more sentences you'll be able to construct. And that gives a good impression to the examiner. You get a better bet. The precision with which meanings and attitudes can be expressed, whether they can express themselves without repetition. So this is something that you have to watch out for. Don't repeat yourself. Don't keep repeating the same thing. So use variety of vocabulary, use variety of sentences, and don't repeat the same thing again. The ability to use less common items and idiomatic expressions. We all know idioms, right? Idioms? Right? So if you use idioms, you tend to get more marks. Awareness of style and collocation. I don't know what is this. I think your trainer should be able to clarify this later. Ability to paraphrase. Paraphrasing, what is paraphrasing? Saying something in a different phrase. The same thing in a different phrase. Okay, next comes criteria 3, which is grammatical range and accuracy. The points which are basically gauged on this are like the candidate's ability to use a range of sentence structures, their ability to use complex structures, accuracy of grammatical resource, communicative effect of error. So, in depth, Shakir will take care of that. Again, as I said, pronunciation, candidate's ability to use a range of phonological features consistently and accurately to convey meaning, whether using the right words and are you pronouncing them the right way. Appropriate use of pausing to break up the flow of speech into meaningful word groups. You need to have your pauses in place. You can't just have a continuous flow. You should pause at the right moment so that the examiner can understand that. Appropriate use of rhythm, the extent to which stress is used to enhance meanings. Stress is not that mental stress. This is the intonation. When you stress a word to emphasize your importance on that particular word or sentence. That's what it is. The way in which intonation is used to convey meaning, the same thing. The intelligibility of individual sounds, the degree of effort required to understand what is being said. Don't get into this, it is a little complex. It's all about how you're pronouncing, how good are you in trying to put your ideas across to the examiner. Okay, listening. You hear the recording only once. It's very important, guys. Okay? So one thing that you need to watch out for here is, in case if you miss out a question, by chance it happens. If you miss out a question, don't ponder on it, don't wait on it, move on with the rest of the test, continue with the rest of your exam or rest of the questions, because the moment you start thinking about the question which is left out or you didn't answer, you tend to lose out on the rest of them. Okay? Finish all the questions or remaining questions, come back, you will have time, come back, try to guess it. If you're not able to, give a wild guess, write something which is closest, or for you, according to you, whatever is the closest. Because there is no negative marking. If you're lucky, you'll get a good mark also. Right? Use your time. This is some piece of advice towards listening. Use your time to read the questions and see the topics. Underline keywords to help you focus on questions. Okay, you can underline keywords which will help you, identify the right questions. Think of synonyms to help you predict likely content. At times you may not get, you might have to answer something which might be asked in a synonym. They will not ask you a question, a direct question. It might be an implied question, right? So you need to watch out for those. Questions follow the recording order, so keep on going. So that's what I said. They're recorded in an order, and the questions are given in an order. So you got to follow that order. You miss that order, you keep missing everything. So don't worry about the missed out ones. Just go on with the conversation. You can, worry about them later. Stick to the word limit. Don't copy across extra words. See, you will have questions. Answer in no more than 2 words. If you get a question like that, ensure that you're answering only in 2 words. Right? Don't go beyond 2 words or 3 words. If you do that, you lose marks.